Labour and the Greens spent much of the day hanging out together at Waitangi in a bid to show unity in an election year. But what both leadership teams weren't expecting was a giant spanner in the works, a high-profile resignation. Senior Labour MP Peeni Henare is bowing out of politics. But the way the news got out blindsided his boss. Political correspondent Glenn McConnell reports from the treaty grounds.
Te Tiratia Waitangi brought together Māori and the Crown. Today, 186 years later, on the treaty grounds, another partnership was sealed.
These are my friends.
With Labour and the Greens, friends again.
It's good to be here with our colleagues from the Green Party of Aotearoa as well. We're here to send a pretty clear message that unity is important.
Chris Hipkins and Marama Davidson putting together a united front.
Tiriti really is unity, and we are here in the beautiful Waitangi to reaffirm our shared message out to the people.
But how agreeable are these parties? Nationals Nicola Willis called for Chris Hipkins to rule out the Green Party's wealth tax.
I'm amazed that Nicola Willis has so much time on her hands.
So you do think you'll be able to convince Chris Hipkins to put that wealth tax, that private plane tax, that's on the table?
Who we need to convince, Glenn, are the people and the voters. They are the ones who have the power and get to choose.
Chris Hipkins can't evade answers to New Zealand's fair question about how much more tax they will have to pay under a Labour-Greens government.
While Labour and the Greens staged this walkabout as a show of opposition unity, they didn't invite Te Pāti Māori.
Working with each other is important, and that we're stronger as a country when we're unified and when we work constructively together.
Maybe it was intentional. The unity memo didn't make its way to Te Pāti Māori. January's RNZ Reid research poll showed half of voters want Chris Hipkins to rule out working with Te Pāti Māori. Has Te Pāti Māori been excluded from this because of the Reid research poll showing half of voters want them ruled out from Labour?
No.
By Labour?
Not at all.
You're not worried about that polling?
No.
But today revealed Labour has its own worries.
But I've asked year after year and they've told me I'm not allowed to jump off. And I really want to.
Senior Māori MP and former Defence Minister Peeni Henare hasn't put his name forward to stand in Tāmaki Makaurau this year after a bruising by-election loss to Orangi Kaipara. So an obvious question, was Henare planning to call it quits altogether?
That MPs make their own decisions and own announcements about their futures, and then I'm happy to comment on them once they've done that.
Problem was, Henare had already confirmed his resignation to a Māori news site, and that blindsided the Labour leader mid-press conference.
I'm not going to start a conversation on this while Peeni still has. I'm still leaving Peeni the space to make his own decisions and his own announcements. No, it just means I'm leaving him the space. I'm not getting into that until we'll leave him the space. I'm going to comment after Peeni has made his announcement.
Publicly.
Well,
that was his
And
announcement.
after you get to
With Māori, yes.
He's making an announcement at 4 o'clock. And I'm commenting after that.
He's already made it. He's already made it out publicly.
Well, if media outlets have breached the embargo, then that's their call.
Eventually, 3 News found Henare.
Think about some of the stuff we've gone through with COVID and the roles that I've had, and I'm proud of my contribution, but I am exhausted.
Henare was one of Labour's most senior Māori MPs with relationships across the Parliament. Some in Labour thought he could one day lead the party.
No, look, and I've heard that moniker being tagged on a lot of people through time, and in fact I think at one point in time they might have thought the same of John Tamihere.
John Tamihere, he might be looking for a new candidate up here.
Oh, look, I don't step into other parties' politics, and just if there's any comment I'd make on that, it's an important election for our Māori people. And I suspect over the coming days on Waitangi, all members of Parliament and aspiring members of Parliament will hear that from our people. And ultimately, they'll support the one who best carries their aspiration. For me, Labour gave me my opportunity, and I'll continue to support what they offer for our people.
Peeni Henare signing off, but at least staying friends with Labour. Whether Labour and the Greens can stay friends, well, there are 9 long months to go.
Kia ora, Glenn. So they were trying to show unity on the left, but when it came to Peeni Henare, they didn't know what their right hand was doing.
Yeah, well, look, everyone at the Labour Party is saying this is more crossed wires than conspiracy. And to be fair, Peeni Henare told me that himself just before. He explained that he was up at 4 a.m. this morning getting ready to welcome Ngāti Tūwhare Toatu Te Ti Marae just over there. And then when Chris Hipkins was speaking to us, Peeni Henare was sitting on the pai to welcome the Governor-General. So he says he just hadn't had time to talk to his soon-to-be former Labour Party colleagues.
OK, and what's happening up there at the Treaty Grounds tomorrow?
Yeah, today Labour and the Greens have taken up a lot of time, and that's because government ministers haven't been in Waitangi itself. Tama Pōtaka was out having a look at flood-hit regions, and Winston Peters was meeting the German Foreign Minister a bit up the road as well. But tomorrow all the ministers, all the government MPs are going to be in here, and they're going to be wanting a bit of attention. Shane Jones, I know, is going to be taking a tour to celebrate how his regional infrastructure fund has been spent.